you make me feel better about the situation, so that's what we'll do, okay? I figured might as well. Instead of making a separate video, I could incorporate it into this. So, before we get into that, let's just start off a little bit with some of the products. So I have this Amika Top Gloss Spray, Shine Spray. Ooh, that sounds really good. Let's actually try some of this out because I could always use some extra shine. Guys, I love it. This sweater is like so baggy, like me and you could fit into it together. I love it. Okay. Shit. How come it's not? Ooh. Oh. Ooh, you're dangerous. Dangerous girl. Okay. Do we see shine? Or did it just make my hair look greasy? I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think? I get nervous with products that say, oh, your hair is so naughty. I just filmed another video, guys. I don't know which one I'm filming first, but you guys are gonna know this is my second one. Does it look shiny? Just super cozy in my sweater, so. But I like shine sprays because they can make your hair look nice, and if you take pictures, your hair looks gorge. But I also have to be careful with like any oils and things like that because it can make my hair look greasy peasy, and we don't want that. We don't want that. This bottle's so cute, by the way. We have another Amika. I have the little box next to me, so I'm just pulling it out. This is Volume and Matte Texture Spray. I love texture spray because my hair, as you guys can tell, is just so fine, and it's so like, you know what I mean? It can't hurt. It could hold a curl, but for maybe like an hour or two, and then it drops. But texture spray helps a lot. So I just started using textured spray, I want to say like a few years ago. So I'm excited about this. By the way, that shine spray smells really good. I got a nice little whiff of it. It smells good. Okay, then we have, this is something I wanted for a really long time. This is the Fenty Skin Watch Ya Tone. I like that. Watch Ya Tone. Niacinamide Dark Spot Serum. So I have olive complexion, guys, so I feel like if I scar like with dark pigmentation, you know, which sucks, but it comes with the skin tone, so you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. Pick your battles. So I don't stress, but I like things that are for, you know, helping skin tone and niacinamide, things of that sort. They're great for your skin. And what's so awesome about this is you could like pull this out and refill it, the cartridge, so you don't have to keep buying everything. And I think that's really neat. The only other time I saw something like this is with, oh my gosh, why am I drawing a blank on the name? And I love them so much. Glow Recipe. Sorry, guys. I was having a senior citizen moment. Glow Recipe, and this is at the applicator. I was trying to make sure there was no bump. This is the applicator. That's pretty cool. This looks intense. Like something medical. Like bent over. I'm gonna take your temperature up your ass. No. Guys, I'm in a silly mood tonight, so just bear with me. I don't know, but it looks medical, no? In my opinion, it does. Okay. decided I only use like black or brown eyeliner. I never like hopped into colors, but that's something that I'm willing to explore, you know. Just call me Dora. I'm gonna be exploring. Alright, then I just exploring reminds me of the way I said it. Instead of exploring, I said exploring. Like exploring ASMR. She's a sweetie, by the way. If you don't know her, go check her out. Okay, then I got the iconic Lashgate situation. I know I'm like so behind everyone and their mothers tried this already, but who cares? I'm trying it now. The telescopic lift. But let me tell you something. I am so committed to my Thrive Cosmetics mascara that I feel like I'm cheating on it. But I want to see if the hype is real or not. I need to see for myself. I can't go based off of what everyone says. I need to try it for myself and gather my own opinions and thoughts. So I'll keep you guys posted if you're interested. The next product we have here is the Elemis, I hope I pronounced it correctly, Peptide Eye Recovery Cream. Reviving eye cream for tired, overworked eyes, relieves, brighten, and hydrates. Yes, sir, ma'am, Miss Thang. Yes, yes, and another yes. So, with that being said, let's start talking about my health issue, guys. And if you're still here, because my health issue has to do with my eyes, just drop some eyeball emojis, that's all. Just some eyeball emojis. Let me know you're here listening to me, bitch. That's all I want to know. So, I'm going to be using this. Guys, my eyes have always been sensitive. I've always had sensitive eyes. I don't know what the hell it is, but I've always had super duper sensitive eyes. Okay, so with that being said, if I was around like dogs or cats or just seasonal allergies, my eyes would constantly get swollen, inflamed. Like if I touched a dog or a cat and even touched my eye, or any animal for that fact, any animal that had dander, if I touched my eye, it was a wrap, okay? My eye would swell up. I would look like a cyclops. I would have to take a Benadryl, use Visine drops, like it was bad. Oh, hold on, take a break from that. We have Dermalect, extra large lash volumizer. I'm super interested. This is another good brand. Let's see if it makes my eyelashes nice and long. Moral of the story, always had sensitive eyes. My eyes would always swell or something would be happening with them. Anywho, I want to say like 5 to 6 days before my wedding. This is Wander Beauty Wanderless Glow Illuminator. It's a highlighter. Open. So anywho, I want to say like, yeah, it was like 5 days before my wedding. I woke up and my eye was massively inflamed. I had swelling on my upper and lower eyelid. It was horrible. Oh god, my stomach's growling. It was horrible. It looked like someone rocked me in my face. I was freaking out because I'm like, out of all times, 5 days before my wedding, my whole eye had to swell up, and I was like going nuts because I'm like, I'm gonna be walking down the aisle looking like a cyclops. Sorry guys, I'm trying to cover that light for you guys on my hair. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm gonna be walking down the aisle looking like a freaking cyclops. I was miserable. I was literally miserable. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I went to the urgent care and they're like, listen, like this could have been a reaction to anything. Like you could have touched something, touched your eye. It could be internal inflammation. Like we don't know. There's no way of them to like really find the cause, the root of it. knew, like me or someone close to my family, then maybe you could tell. But otherwise, like other people had no idea. And I'm so thankful for that, because I would have been really upset if on my wedding day, like, it was just bad and you could see, like, on your wedding, all eyes are on you. And I've never had a situation like that before besides my wedding. I never had a sweet 16 or anything like that. So my wedding day, walking down the aisle, you have all these eyeballs staring at you. And I'm like, oh my god, oh god, oh god. I'm very outgoing, but I don't like when everyone's looking at me. It was like, it was a very nerve-wracking moment for me. And I didn't know where to look too. Like, no one prepares you for that. When you're walking down the aisle, where the fuck are you supposed to look? Am I supposed to look at Bob, Mary, and Jane who came to see me in church? Or am I supposed to look up at my husband? Like, am I supposed to look at Jesus? Like, where am I supposed to look? So I was just like waving to people. I'm like, let me stop. Because then I was like, they're taking pictures. Let me stop. What am I doing? Like, I'm not running for presidency. Like, put your hand down. I can't. I get so awkward sometimes. Anywho, we have first, and this is a gentle retinol serum. Yes, ma'am. I love my retinol. And do not use retinol if you're like under freaking 20, please. You don't need it. Or I think it's like 25. Okay. Very cute. Very cute. Plain, giving me Kim K nude vibes. Okay, so anywho, wedding day, everything was okay. On our honeymoon, you could see that my eye was like puffy because I didn't have my makeup artist with me. I tried to like do my makeup the way she did it, tried to like fix it as much as I could, but it was what it was. I didn't care. I was more concerned about my wedding day. Anywho, so then after like a few, actually it took months, I want to say after like 3 or 4 months, it fully subsided where there was like no swelling whatsoever, but my eye still was not the same. Like, I acquired a little fold underneath my eye, very little, like a minute little fold. And I had went to the eye doctor, and she was like, if that ever happens, like, you need to take care of it right away, because I've seen people get inflammation underneath their eye, and they don't put ice or anything to like restrict. And she was saying how basically it ends up sagging, like the skin just, once it goes down, the skin sags. And she's like, and that's your eye. So she freaks me the fuck out. And I was like, I hope this never happens again. Like, I'll take my little fold, but I hope that moving forward it doesn't get worse. So anywho, so that's the eye doctor, guys. Like, I went freaking everywhere. Then I went to a dermatologist, and I was like asking her, like, is there anything like you could give me to like just like this tiny little fold? Like, you know, it wasn't really that noticeable. It's more me that I noticed it. So I explained the situation to her, and she was like, listen, we could try some things. By the way, this is Less Beauty Lash Confidence. It's a mascara. Clean mascara. Clean mascara. It's vegan and gluten-free. When am I gonna freaking eat it? Okay. It's vegan and gluten-free, guys. Anywho, so, it's in the color Influential Black. Influential. What the heck is going on, guys? Are we focusing here? Excuse me. No, we're not. Okay. It's alright. So, she's like, let's see. So first she gave me a cream. Nothing worked. Then she gave me a steroid cream. That ago. And that was that. I want to say about a year and a half ago, I'm with my family and my aunt. Okay guys, hold on. This is Glow Recipe. I'll tell you all. This is Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Sunscreen. Look how gorgeous this packaging is. Glow Recipe knows how to attract with their packaging. So, I'm with my aunt, and she's looking at me, and she says my name in Italian, which is really cute. Alright, I'm gonna be her. Ready? So she's like, Grazia. So I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, what is it, that thing on your eye? So I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, you have like a bubble on your eye. So I'm like, I have a bubble on my eye. Now mind you, this is like the summertime, so in the summer I'm very light with my makeup. Like, I just do eyeliner, mascara, lip gloss, and call it a day. So she's like, yay, you have a bubble on your eye. So I go in her bathroom and I'm like, shit, she's right, I have like a bubble on my eye. So I said, so now when I say on my eye, I want you to envision your eye, right? And your crease of your eye, where you would put your eyeshadow, like color, you know, in that crease to make the dimension. Inside that crease, so above your eye, in that crease, that fold, maybe I'll put a picture so you guys can understand, but in that little creasing of the eye, there was like a little bubble. And I come out of the bathroom and I say to her, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I think it's a hive. So she's like, a hive? So I'm like, yeah, I think it's a hive. And she's like, is it itchy? And I said, no. And she's like, it's not red. So I'm like, I know it's not red. That's her Italian accent, by the way. So I'm like, I know it's not red. And she's like, well, the hives, they itchy and they red. And this one is no itchy and is no red. So I'm like, all right, well, what would you like from me, you know? And she's like, well, this is your eye. You only have two of them. If you want to end up with one eye, that's on you. So I'm like, okay. Tough love in my family, guys. Tough love. Like, you guys have no idea. So I'm like, okay, thanks for your opinion, you know. So I keep it moving. So I see her like, I think 2 weeks later, and she's like, Grazia. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you still have the bubble on your eye. So I said, I know, you know, Zia Maria. Her name's Maria. Zia in Italian is aunt. So I'm like, I know it's Zia Maria. Like, okay, like, what do you want? And she's like, this bubble is no good. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, you gotta go to the doctor. What are you waiting for? So I'm like, she's like, you waiting to have one eye and then your husband's going to leave you? Like, literally had me dead. So I was like, okay, I'll make a doctor's appointment. I never did. Guys, how cute is this? This was from Shein. I recently got it. Hold on. It is eye brushes, like eye brushes, makeup brushes. All the Care Bears, they're so cute. They have like a whole Care Bear line. So adorable. And here are my favorite three, the purple, the blue, and the pink. These are great for like travel, you know, like they're in a little case. I love it. I'm going to save them for when I travel. Anyway, so I don't end up going, so months start passing, and I'm realizing that this bubble's not going away. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, no, it's gonna go away. Like, it's a hive. Then I'm like, no, it's a bug bite. And then I'm making all the excuses. It's a mosquito bite. Like, I'm making all these excuses to justify it. But my aunt's words are like lingering in my head. Like, these are no good. These do not look like a hive. So I'm thinking, like, shit, like, maybe she's right. Like, maybe this is something. But I just let it go. Okay? I let it go. And roll around around a few months later, I start noticing when I'm doing my makeup that this bubble is getting bigger. It's not red, it's not itchy, and it's getting bigger. It's not what it was. So, guys, I'm obsessed with Sweet Chef. I actually used to use their products so much. I haven't used them as much lately, but they just went together with Ipsy. So I got this in my Ipsy box. I was so excited. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I didn't know, but I'm so happy I actually have this serum. It's the Celery Plus Hyaluronic Acid Serum Shot. It is so good. All of their serums are so good, guys. Definitely check them out, and they're so inexpensive. It's completely affordable. It's not like ridiculously priced, and they're good products. Okay, so now, like I said, I noticed that by the way, this hydrates and plumps the skin. So I noticed that it's getting bigger, and I'm like, shit, like this is weird. But still, like a dumbass, I let it go. I'm like, it's gotta go down. I ice it, I do all these things, and it's not going down. Okay, fast forward a few more months, because now I'm making months go by, like I got time, okay? And I'm doing my makeup for work one morning, and I'm like, what the? So I just pulled this up on my old phone that I have here. So let me just explain to you. Over here, right here is where I had this bubble protruding out right here. Between this fold and this upper part, I had this bubble that was very small, but then started to get big. But that morning that I was getting for work, ready for work, I noticed all over here and up. So this piece, like right here, this line over here and around was inflamed, like swollen, like this was coming out. So it was flushed with my eyelid. So it was basically creating, like giving me a super hooded eye because this was all inflamed. And I'm like, what in the world is going on? And my other eye wasn't like that. So I'm like, what is happening? And then it's hitting me. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is my left eye. This is the eye that blew up before my wedding all those years ago. Well, not all those years, 2 years ago. Summer Fridays, guys. Summer Fridays, guys. Love, love, love. I'm sorry. This is so hard to do, like tell you guys a story and show you products. But these are the lip balms, you know. I am obsessed. I'm almost already done with my original one. So I wanted to try this one so much because everyone raves about this. It's the pink sugar. Guys, they smell so good. It's ridiculous. Like, you want to eat them. It's not normal. And it really hydrates. They're just so expensive. It's so hard to justify this type of purchase for $25 for a lip balm. Like, it's crazy. But anywho, so back to my eye. I'm like, what is going on? This is not normal. So I start the Googling, thinking I'm a doctor. And what I come up with is that my tear duct is clogged. So I'm like, oh shit, it's my tear duct. I find out that our lacrimal gland, the gland that produces the tears, is like in the spot where it bubbled up. And in the picture, this is what I'm thinking and assuming. So the tear duct gland in my head must have been clogged. So that's why the bubble is bubbling. Okay, so I set up another appointment for an eye doctor, but now because situation's happening, not because of a little fold in my eye. So I go to this eye doctor, very nice woman, 3-hour wait by the way, but nice doctor. So I do my vision exam because I needed new glasses and contacts, and she comes in and I'm so confident. I'm like, yeah doctor, I'm like, listen, I believe that I have a clogged tear duct going down, like, I'm talking to her like I already diagnosed myself. So she's looking at me and she's like, a clogged tear duct. And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, Mrs. K, my last name. She's like, Mrs. K, she's like, you're an adult, like that doesn't really happen too much to adults. She's like, but let me take a look. As soon as she said that, my heart sunk. I'm like, what do you mean? This doesn't happen to adults? Like, what the fuck? No, it's a clogged tear duct. The other one that I got. This is the brown sugar, and oh my god, this smells like a brownie. Okay, literally like a chocolate chip brownie. Love it. Okay, so I'm like, Miss Ma'am, like, what do you mean to this doctor? But anyway, so she starts doing the eye exam, and she's doing some weird shit, guys, like some stuff that like typical eye doctors don't do, or never, I mean, that they haven't ever done to me. She's taking my eyelid and she's like flipping it, and she's flipping down, she's flipping left, she's flipping right. Oh my god, my stomach. You guys hear that? Shut up already. She's flipping my eyelids everywhere. So, and she's like, look straight, look down, look left, look right, and you should see me, they're putting drops in my eyes. Like, I felt like I was on drugs because I couldn't close my eyes. My eyes were like dilated, and like, I couldn't close my eyelids. Like, it hurt. Like, it just, they put something in, I guess, so that your eyes stay open. I don't know the proper term. If you do, let me know. So anyway, so she's looking, and she's like, my stomach keeps going nuts. So I'm sitting there like, she needs to shut up. Like, why does she keep making those sounds? Ren Clean Skincare Glow Daily Vitamin C Gel Cream. I'm not going to take this out of the packaging, guys, because I'm not ready to use it just yet. So I want to just keep it on the back burner for now. I have a lot of creams and all that good stuff, so I'm just going to wait until I finish it before I open it up. So I'm going to just store this in my little storing section. By the way, guys, that shine spray, I feel like made my hair look greasy. I don't know, it's like making my hair stick together. I don't know how good it is for someone with like my hair texture. Oh my gosh, my stomach. Hold on, let me drink some of my iced coffee. My stomach is going nuts, bananas. It's probably turning because I'm telling the story products. I have this Beauty Bakery The Chosen Bun eyeshadow palette. And how cute is this eyeshadow palette? So I remember when I got this, I checked it out and I loved it, and I was so excited to use it, but I also wanted to film this video. So, like everything else, I put it aside until I filmed, because then I'm scared that once I use it, I'll put it away and then I'll forget to show you guys. So I believe this came in my FabFitFun box. The Chosen Bun. if you have a lacrimal gland prolapse. So I'm sitting there like, what the is a lacrimal gland prolapse? So from my own research, I had learned that the lacrimal gland is the tear duct gland. So I'm putting two and two. I'm like, lacrimal gland is my tear duct. Prolapse is when something falls out, right? So I'm like, so my tear duct fell out? Like, I'm just looking at her like, she's like, that lump that you're seeing is the tear duct gland. She's like, is behind like the muscle of the eye or something of that sort. It's like behind the eye. She's like, yours literally went whoop, like it popped out and like whoop. So I'm like, oh my god. So I'm looking at her and I'm like, that's like freaky. And she's like, yes, very much so. And she's like, do you have any autoimmune disorders? So I'm like, yes, I have Hashimoto's, which I spoke to you guys about. But if you're new, Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disorder that attacks your thyroid gland. So I'm like, I have Hashimoto's. So she's like, Hashimoto's will not do that. She's like, it attacks the thyroid, which I knew. She's like, this is something that's causing inflammation behind your eye, and the constant inflammation is what made the gland prolapse. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay. So me being uneducated in anything optometry, I'm like, all right, so what's the next step? Like, how do I fix it? And she looks at me and she's like, wow, that's the part that I feel, is going to be a little tough, because the only way to fix it is surgery. So I literally looked at her and I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, it took me a minute. Guys, I don't know what it is, but I am so sensitive to medical things. Like, I have a pimple on my ass, and if you tell me I need surgery, I'll start crying. Like, literally, like, I don't know. I was so taken back. I was getting choked up, and that's not like me. I try to be very articulate when I'm with doctors, because I want them to understand that I really want their help. And I want them to understand that I'm not fucking around, and, like, you better help me. So I was like, surgery? And she was like, yes. She's like, they have to literally cut into your eye, so in the crease of your eye. She's like, they have to take the gland, put it back where it belongs, sew it up, and then sew your eye up. Like, sew back up my eye. And it's called like a, oh shit, I forgot the term, not like bliopress for me. I'm definitely butchering it, guys. Bypass for me. I don't know, one of those weird medical terms. So, blettropass for me. I don't know, guys. I literally almost was about to lose my shit. I was like literally sitting there like, I'm gonna cry in front of this lady right now. So I was trying so hard to hold it in, and because it's not, like I called on my brother when I left, and my brother's like, why are you crying? Why are you so upset? He's like, it could be corrected. He's like, it's not cancer of the eye. He's like, it's not anything so detrimental. He's like, what are you getting so upset about? And I'm like, I need surgery in my eye. Like, I'm such a big baby when it comes to medical stuff, guys. Like, really the biggest baby known to man. So he's like, relax. Like, he's like, girl, like, chill. Like, he made me feel so much better, because he's like, you know what? He's like, screw it. He's like, I'll come with you, because me and my brother have like, we have like bags underneath our eyes. Not excessive, but I mean, my brother has it excessive. I don't have it as bad as him, but it's noticeable, the bags. It's hereditary. So, and it's funny because she was telling me that the surgery to pull the gland back and fix it is the same type of like procedure that they do for underneath the eye for people who have excessive bags. So I was like, well, and she was also telling me it could be hereditary. There's all these different things. So my brother's like, he's like, girl, like, he's like, just relax. He's like, if worst case scenario, he's like, you could kill two birds with one stone. Tell them to hit up your bags too. He's like, your skin will be looking super, everything will be smooth. Like, he's like, I'll come with you. He's like, maybe I'll even do it. So he's like, when you go for the consult, like, he's like, I'll come with you, don't worry. Which I thought was sweet of him. I just didn't believe it. So I, like, as much as my brother made me feel better, I, like, didn't believe it, right? So, and the reason why I called my brother is because me and him always talk about our eyes and how we, like, inherited, like, bags and this and that. So that's why he was, like, my go-to in the moment after I called my husband. So my husband's just so chill. So he's just like, all right, you'll get it corrected, no problem. And I'm like, excuse me, surgery of the eyeballs. And he's like, it's okay. He's like, they probably do this all the time. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I wish I could be calm, cool, and collective like him. So anyway, I'm talking to my dad about it, and my dad's like, you know what? Maybe it's good that you get a second opinion, because I was telling him, Pa, like, I want to get a second opinion. Like, I don't believe this bitch. Like, I think it's a clock to tear thing. Like, I'm in denial. I am in denial. Like, I'm in that denial stage. So he's like, you know what? Because my dad doesn't want me to do any surgery. Like, he's scared shit. So he's like, you know what? Yeah, go for a second opinion. Like, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Downplaying the whole fucking situation. So he gives me his eye doctor's number. I couldn't see him because he wouldn't accept my insurance, but I saw his partner. And I walk in, and he's like an older man. So I'm like, you know what? This guy's got experience. He's got knowledge. He's been here, done that. He's wise. He's got the years. He's wise. He knows what he's doing. He's a pro. So he walks in with his little white coat, and he's like, hi, Miss K. Insert last name. And so I'm like, hi, doctor. Insert his last name. And he's like, how can I help you today? So I'm like, all right, doc. I'm like, we got a situation. I was like, I had went to a doctor for this inflammation in my eye. I had this little bubble, the whole nine. I'm not sure what it is. I was told that it's a lacrimal gland prolapse. So he's like, oh, and he like moves his glasses down, and he's like, can you remove your glasses for me, hon? So I take off my glasses. So he's like, So I'm like, what the fuck is up with these doctors and the humming sounds? Like enough. So he goes, all right, let me do a thorough inspection of your eye and like whatever it's called, inspection, physical, whatever. So examination, that's the word. Okay, so he starts doing it, and he's doing the same thing the lady was doing, and he's making me look in all directions and all stuff, and I'm like, shit, he's doing the same thing she was doing. So maybe she was right. Okay, so guys, you can't make this shit up. By the way, I waited 2 weeks for this appointment, so if I tell you I was on edge, I was on edge. So he pulls back in his chair, older gentleman, and he's like, so Miss K, he's like, I have bad news. So I'm like, he goes, this is a lacrimal gland prolapse. He's like, and other optometrist told you this. He's like, but you're also getting it in your right eye. He's like, it's not as severe as your left. He's like, but it's starting to drop on your right. Guys, I gripped on to my chair. Like, I went so tense. I'm screaming. Sorry, guys. I gripped onto my chair. I went so tense. My whole body went still. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I see it in your left eye. He's like, your right eye, it's starting to develop. It's not as bad as your left, but it's gonna get there. So I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. So now I'm fuming. I'm like, great. Like, I thought it was just my left. Now I got it on my right. Like what is going on? So I said to him, what do you recommend? Like, what do you recommend? So he said, listen, he's like, you're young. I recommend you to do it now. He's like, let them, put your lacrimal glands back to where they belong. He's like, so that it's not, as you get older, he was explaining to me that as you get older, you lose like skin elasticity, obviously, which I knew about. And he was saying that especially by the eye, he's like, you don't want that because then they're going to have to cut like the skin of your eye and all this nonsense. So he's like, now that your eyes are still like, I mean, granted, guys, I'm going to be 35 soon, but he's like, now that your eyes, you're still somewhat young, I guess he was trying to say, like not middle-aged, but still where my skin isn't like horrible, like it's not like I still have buoyancy, he was telling me, you want to do this now so that as you get older it doesn't get worse. So I'm like, holy shit, like I did not expect this. Like I really did not think it was something that was so excessive. He told me that it isn't as common, not a lot of people get this, but it does happen. And then I was asking him questions like, is the procedure dangerous, this, that, and third? And he thought it was funny. And he's like, well, if I performed it, it would be dangerous, but not a, like an eye surgeon. You know, I forgot the proper terminology for it. But he's like, not an eye surgeon who does this. Like, you know, like this is, they could do it with their eyes closed. So I was like, holy shit. So he recommended me 2 doctors. I have to do my research. I have to see who's best. Because it's my eyes. And if God forbid someone does anything wrong with my eyes, I will kill them. Like, okay. And I was just freaking out, guys. I'm still sort of freaking out. I've been delaying it for quite some time, like even doing research and going to the surgeon. And I just like, who likes surgeries? Like, I don't want to do any surgery, but I also cannot continue walking around with my lid looking like that. Now I could conceal it with eyeshadow, and I think I conceal it very well, because like for Christmas my family's like, what? Like we can't even see anything. And even my sister, and I'm like, well, if I take off my eyeshadow, you'll see it. And you could see the difference. Like, you have to really pay attention to see it. Like, I don't think a random person would notice, but you could notice it if you're me. And of course, like, anytime it's you, you feel it more. So some days the inflammation is worse than other days, and it's annoying, guys. It's totally annoying. It's horrible when you're trying to do makeup, because you're working with one eye that's not 100%, you know, like it's inflamed compared to the other one. But I do the best that I can to conceal it for now. I absolutely have to get the surgery done, and I'm going to get it done. Like, I cannot, I see myself in pictures, and like I could see, like, I don't know, I pick up on it, and I don't like it. So, moral of the story, I got a lacrimal gland prolapse in one eye, and the other one is basically heading on its way. It's like, hey, but here I am. I'm gonna drop, and you're gonna have to take care of it. So who the hell knew that these things could happen? With my luck, I get the weirdest shit. Like the Hashimoto's, freaking weird. Now this with my eye, freaking weird. Like, I've never even heard of this before, you know? So it is what it is, but I have to get it done. I have to, because I just physically cannot do it to myself. It's like torture. And I don't like looking and seeing like swelling by my eye. It's annoying. It's really annoying. And to begin with, I have like little eyes. Like, my eyes are in shape to begin with. It's not like I have these big ginormous eyes. So I'm already working with little eyes, and then, you know, when you have that inflammation, it's creating like a hooded eye, and it's just not having it. So guys, that's the moral of the story. Luckily, it's not anything too serious. I will survive. I count my blessings, thank God, that it's nothing horrible and that it can be corrected. And I think I've came to terms with that. Like, I've accepted it. But that is my story. And I will obviously keep you guys posted on when I get it done, because I'll probably be absent for some time on YouTube, because I won't be able to see. No, not that I won't be able to see, but I mean, actually, you guys don't see my eyes, so I could probably still film once I feel better. But I don't know how that's gonna be, but we'll talk when we get there. I still have to go for like consults and the whole rigmarole. So, but that is the story. And if you or anyone you've known has ever had a freaking lacrimal gland prolapse, please let me know. Because, like, only I get the weird shit. I don't know. Make me feel better. Make me feel better. No, I actually, like I said, guys, I'm feeling much better about it. I was miserable the first time around. The second doctor sort of made me feel a little bit better, because he's like, it happens, like, what are you gonna do? You know, he's like, it's not detrimental, it could be corrected, like, what are you worried about? I wanted to say surgery, sir. Surgery. But, okay, it is what it is. I'm looking at the upside. Maybe it's gonna make me look better. I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Here I am thinking I'm getting a facelift or something. Like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'll find out when I talk to the surgeon whenever I schedule that. But I'm not gonna lie, it's times like this where I'm very happy that I live in New York, because I'm in Brooklyn and Manhattan is literally 20 minutes away, and we have the best doctors in Manhattan. I don't care what anyone says. Manhattan doctors are like a blessing. A lot of them are so talented, and I'm going to find the best motherfucker to do my eye. Like, I'm like, he better, I don't know, he better have been on honor roll his whole life from when he came out of the womb, because that's who I'm trusting with my eyeballs. Nothing less. He better have won awards up the kazoo. He better be the #1 eye surgeon in Manhattan, because that's who I don't care how long I have to wait. Like, these are my eyes, guys. These are my eyes. Anywho, alrighty. I love these baggy sweaters, but I feel like it makes me look huge. But I love them because they're so cozy. But alright, guys, I love you so much. I'm sorry for so much rambling. I still hope you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed these products, and enjoyed spending time with me. Like I enjoy spending time with you. And I will definitely keep you guys posted, because you're my family. So I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Love you guys, and I will see you all